Hello everyone, my name is Jitendra Bapna. In this video, I'm going to discuss how we can use Valkey as a custom object store. Basically, like as we know, like object store is used to store various watermarks, and like many other things like key value pairs and everything. So we can also use a Valkey. So Valkey is like it's an open source which store the key value pairs, watermarks, like session datas, everything, right? So we already discussed what is the Valkey in my previous two video, right? In this video, we're going to see one real-time use case where we can use the Valkey. Okay, so my requirement is that like I will have a scheduler which will run every 1 minute or 2 minute, right? In case any record get added to the Salesforce, I have to pick those delta record which has been added, and we have to do the further processing, right? So maybe what I will do, so I will use the select query where I will have a start date and the end date, right? Next time whenever I will run whenever the job will run again, the end date will become the start date and end date will be the current date basically, right? So let's get started how we can achieve this using the Valkey. Okay, the first thing I will go to the Anypoint Studio. So I already have created an application, so I will just first drag and drop a scheduler component. Okay, so I will just set the frequency as like 60,000 every 1 minute. Okay, next thing I will just do the logging. I will just say log, where I will just say start job. Okay, and put job started at, I will simply say plus plus now. Okay, as simple as that. So I am just saying my job started at now. Then I will set a start date, so which is the current date. So I will simply call set variable. In set variable I will just say start date. Here I put declare a variable called start date. Then I will just enable this function and I can simply say now, and I want this as a UTC, right? I will just put this into the bracket and I will convert this into string in format. So simply we have something called format. So I want y, or simply I can say y, dd, then single t r minute second z. Okay, so this is what I'm doing. I just pick the current date which will be our start date as a string format, this, right? And I want end date also, so I think this will be the end date, sorry. So end date, okay, this is the current date basically, and I want to pick the start date, right? So for that I'll just store my initial date into the Valkey, right? So for that I will simply go to the Valkey, right? This is the Valkey, like this is nothing, the Redis inside. I'll click add key. I will just say type of string and I can just say account start date. I'll put some value 2026 0601. I will put T. I will put some date in this format. Okay, so this is my Valkey. Okay, so add key. So next I will go back to my Anypoint Studio. Now I want to read the start date. This is the end date. So where I will just put the set variable here, not set variable. Instead of that, I will use the Redis cache connector. So for like reading the data from the Valkey, we can use the Redis cache because they both are following the RESP protocol. Right now we don't have direct Valkey connector. You can use the Redis connector. So I will use the get method. I will drag and drop here. I will simply say get start date. Okay, I already have created the connection. Yeah, we have a connection there. I already shown how we can create it. Okay, so just it's very simple, like you have to create a connection type localhost port. I don't have any username and the password, and simply say test connection. Okay, simply say okay, go back there, and I will store this this date into like start date in the variable called start date, and I want to give a key. So what is my key? Account start date, which I declare in the Valkey. right? So I already done that. So just get start and this. Now I will use a query, a Salesforce query. Okay. So here, like I already have a connector configuration basically, right? So I already created the connection. So like you are, I think everybody knows, like, you know. Okay. So here you can, like, you already have a connections and everything. Now you have to give a query. So what I will do, I already have a written the query. Just say Control A, Control C. I'll paste it. It's very simple query. So what I'm just saying select ID name created from the account object where created date is greater than equal to start date. Okay, and created date is less than end date. Okay, so that's what I have done basically. Okay, so now okay, select ID. Now I will just declare this parameter, read this parameter, like start date, from where you can get the start date. You can get from vars dot start date, comma, end date, comma, vars dot end date. Let me see, dot. Okay, so okay, let me check. Okay, it's, let me change this variable to end date. Okay, so here let's see if it comes end date. Okay, so this is just I declare start date and the end date. Okay, so I will just say query account. Now I will just serialize this transform message. mm, okay, so here I will simply say payload rename uh, serialize account. Okay, so now I will use the batch processing here, batch job. So I will, the record will get splitted and I will get one record at a time. I will simply just transform that message into JSON format. So I will simply say, like, you know, output slash application and just say payload. Here I will just change it to JSON. Okay, and then finally I will log account. Here I can just say logger and just say payload log JSON account. Okay, then I can go back to transform message and I can just rename this component and I can just say account splitted JSON. Okay, just okay. So now once it completed, I need to set that start date as my, you know, end date, right? Basically, so end date as a start date basically, right? So what I will do, I will use the set component here, right? I will just say set account start date. I will use the same connection. Okay, and what will be my key? Account start date. And what will be the payload? It should be vars dot end date, right? So end date will be my start date for next job. This will be become our start date. Okay, so that's what we have done. So let me show you once again. I created a scheduler, just logged it. Okay, and I will put one more log so we can get some understanding. So here I can put some log start date and end date. Just say, I will just say start date. Okay, simply plus plus vars dot start date, simple plus plus, and I will simply say dot end date plus plus vars dot end date. Simple. So that's what I've done, just logging start date and the end date. Simple. Like, let's save everything and let me run. If everything is good, it will get run. Okay, so it is running. So let's check what is the current start date. It's 2026-06. Any record between this date and current date will be picked up. Okay, so let's wait while it's running. Let me keep clearing the console. Okay, it has been run. There are certain record has been picked up. Okay, so if you see, the certain record has been picked up basically between that particular date to that date. Okay, you can see that, like, and it's log everything basically. And even if you see the start date now, like, if you might be having, so 2026 061 1100, that is the start date which we have declared into Valkey, and that is the current date it has been picked. Now this should become the start date for the next run basically. And let's see what happened in the Valkey. Refresh this. So you can see this particular date has been set. Now this next time when job will run, so this value will be the start date. Let's see. Let me clear console. Okay, this time I think it should not pick any record. So let's wait for few seconds. Okay, yeah. So now no record has been picked up. And let's see, start date become 0801, 1813 and 814 basically after 1 minute, right? That become the end date, and end date will get stored here. Now 1813 is there, so 1814. Now quickly add me one's account, right? So I can simply say go back. Okay, I will just say test mule account. Okay, I will just simply save it. I just don't want much details. So this has been saved. Now next time it should pick this record. So let's wait. Okay, so if once job will running, it should pick that particular. See, now this particular test mule account has been picked up. Okay, so now one more thing. Let's consider like something goes wrong and you need to pick the record from the previous date again, right? So what you need to do? So in that case, you can go to Valkey, right, and change that date from where you have to pick it again. Like you don't have to do any code change or any deployment. You can simply go again. I have to pick from 0501 to this date. I just update it. Okay, so now next time when it will run, it will pick all the records again from that particular date. So let's wait. So it should not take much of the time. I hope you understand, like, so this is what, like, this is reading the start date, then we are setting the end date because that is the current date of the system. Okay, and then finally, like, we once the job is completed on complete, it will going to set that end date as the start date. Next time whenever job will run, that end date will become the start date. So that's how we can pick the delta record basically. Now see, it again picked up all the records because as we mentioned, like, I got some error in between and I need to reprocess the data from some particular date. So I just went to the Valkey and changed the date and it start picking those data basically, right? So you can see the test mule account is also coming. Now let's go and check there. So that date has been updated. Okay, so that is how you can use Valkey as a custom object storage basically. I hope you like the video. If you like the video, please click on like and subscribe button. Thanks for watching.